Hi friend, welcome to the live studies channels. Today I am going to discuss Java collection interview question and answer for interview. So let's start. My first question is, what is the bounded and unbounded wildcard in a generic Java? Bounded and unbounded wildcard in a generic are two types of wildcard available on Java. Any types can be bounded either upper or lower of the class hierarchy in a generic by using the bounded wildcard. In short, you can write extend T and super T represent the bounded whiles means present unbounded while in a generic means single is called the unbounded while in generic, and it can represent any type of similar object in a Java. Means T dot extend means extends means subclass, super means super class. You can use the subclass, extend, then superclass. You can use it like a constructor. Extend, for example, list can present any list. For example, list represent, you can pass any argument like a string, integer. Okay, it is provide the highest level of the flexibility and passing method argument, right? Collection, you can use the syntax means collection dot unmodifiable set means set extend tns, and the collection dot unmodify map extend the k and extend p means key and value. Move to the another question. Another question is, when you use super and extend wildcard in a generic Java, there are two kind of bounded while in a generic super and extends. When should you use the super wildcard and when should you extend wildcard? Like Joseph Plus in effect Java book has suggested means a procedure extend and consumer super means you can use procedure for extend and consumer for super. Memory recording the use of the bounded wildcard. It is if type T is used to a procedure, then use like extend T, and if you use T present consumer, then use super T. Bounded while is generic, also increase the flexibility of any APIs. To me, question argument, if a method also need to accept any implementation of T, then use extend wildcard. Okay, another question is, what is suppress warning annotation in a Java unchecked raw type serial? Suppress warning annotation is one of the three built-in annotation available in a JDK means Java development kit, and add the alongside override and deprecated in a Java 1.5. Suppress warning instruct the compiler to ignore or suppress specified compile warning in annotation elements and all the program elements inside that elements. For example, if a class is annotated to the suppress a particular wronging, then wrong generate in a method inside that call class will also be separate. You might have seen wrong unchecked and the worm in the serial. Two most popular example. Suppose I am create ठीक है suppress warning serial, ठीक है, Then you can create a class, test, implement the serializable private string version and a public string using the get version method, and then return. What is return? Return the version. Next question is difference between array list and array list string means argument type in a Java. The key difference between them, it is array list is not using the generic. Use array list is a generic array list, but they look very simple. If a method accept array list or array list generic as a parameter, then it is used. It can accept any type of array list. For example, array list of string integer date object. If look like closely, we will find one row is a specific order using the unbounded card. Means array list means string just like that. Okay, move to the another question. Another question is what is a double label locking in a singleton design pattern? Double label locking is a singleton design pattern is used to make sure it thread safe. Durable click locking use synchronized lock block with external check to make sure only one instance is created for singleton class. For example, create a class. Okay, create a class name is thread safe singleton durable check and create a instance name is a static instance name, then private method. Okay, is a private construction. You can use the you can pass a private construction, then create the instance method. I can check the instance is equal to null, another check the is a null. Okay, then return the instance. I will not discuss is the detail. You can check the program to another video. Also, I can also check the you can also try so many example available in internet. Okay, so move to the another question. What is enum set in a Java? Enum set is a specified set implementation for use within a type. All of the elements in an enum set must come from single enum type that is specified explicit or implicit when a set is created. The iterator never throws concurrent modification exception as weakly consistent. Advantage over HashSet, all basic environments constant time. It is mostly much the better. Another question is how to use comparator and comparable in a Java. Comparator and comparable in a Java, there are two interfaces which is used to implement sorting in a Java. It is often required to sort object store in any collection classes like ArrayList, HashSet or array, and that time we need to use like comparator method and comparator2 method defined in a java.util comparator and java.long comparable. Comparator in Java is defined in a java.util package, which comparable interface in a Java is defined in a java.long package when means not a when, which very much say that comparator should be used as a utility to sort object, which comparable should be provided by default. Comparator interface in a Java has method public int compare object 1 and object 2 argument pass, which return a negative integer 0 or positive integer as the first argument is less than equal to greater than the second, while comparable interface has method public int compare2 object which return a negative integer 0 or positive integer as the object is less than, equal to, or greater than the specific object. Move to the another question. Another question is difference between identity HashMap, weak HashMap, and enum map. HashMap, linked list, linked HashMap, java.util.Map also has some specialized implementation case. For example, identify HashMap, which use equal to init of equal method for comparing key weak HashMap, which use a weak reference to wrap the key object, and a key value mapping is removed when the key is no longer referenced from else, whereas enum where key or enum is a constant. Move to the another question. Another question is how to sort list and reverse order in a Java collection framework. Java collection framework provide a convenient reverse comparator to sort list of object in a reverse order. We can obtain reverse comparator by calling collection reverse order method, which by default sort list of integer in a reverse numeric order and the list of string is reverse alphabetical order. It actually reverse natural ordering of object imposed by comparable interface. Apart from this method, collection class also provide an overloaded method collections dot reverse order comparable reverse order comparable CMP object, which take a comparator and sort list and reverse the order dot the comparator. So next time if you need to sort your collection in a reverse order, you don't need to write any extra comparator by yourself. You can directly leverage reverse comparator provided by java.util.Collection class. It is as simple as calling collection.sort method, providing comparator wrapped into the collection.reverse order method. By using two methods, you can sort any list implementation, means ArrayList, linked list, and vector. Move to the another question. Another question is, suppose there is an employee class. We add employee class object to the ArrayList. Maintain the step that need to be taken if I want to sort the object in ArrayList using the employee ID attribute present in an employee class. Implement the comparable interface for the employees class, and now to compare the object by employee ID, we will override the employee 1 dot comparable to employee 2. Employee 2 method B. We will now call collection class sort method and pass the list as an argument, that is collection.sort employee list. If you want to add more Java collection to answer in this have double related to Java collection framework, maintain the component. Another question is how to sort array list in a descending order. It's a very one-line question. It's a very simple. You can use the collection. You can use the collection dot sort array list and collection dot reverse order. You can use just. Another question is, what is difference between HashMap and Hashtable? The main difference between HashMap and Hashtable are HashMap allow one null key and any number of null value, while Hashtable does not allow null null key and null value. HashMap is not a synchronized or thread safe, but hash table is just synchronized or thread safe, while hash table is synchronized or thread safe. Another question is, which collection classes are synchronized or thread safe? Just some classes: stack, properties, vector, hash table can be multiple thread environment because they are synchronized and also the thread safe. Move to the another question. Another question is, what classes should I prefer to use a key in HashMap in a Java? We should prefer string, integer, long, double, flat, short, any other wrapper class reason behind using them as a key is that the override equal method and hash code method. We need not to write any explicit code for overriding equal method and hash code method in a Java. For example, you can create the class string map example class, and then in a main method you can pass the map integer, right? Is HashMap is a current replacement the integer like that. Okay, and the same commanded is an integer API for API code hash method equal method. Okay, if before and then after, and then put the one data, and HashMap put the like a one. You can put it the one or two, depend upon. Okay, adjust the overridden. Okay, and then system data dot print to dot get one, then output the override method. Okay, move to the another question. Another question is, when to use in a map weak hash map and identify hash map in Java. Now that you know their special feature, it is easy to decide when to use them. Use identity hash map if you need to strict equality check by using the equal operator. It is not a general purpose map because it does not use equal method or comparing key, hence also break map interface contract. Using enum map, if you are using enum constant as key, it will be properly take less memory and give better performance than HashMap or any other general purpose map. It also has a good chance to upgrade or replaced by another more performant implementation. You can use weak HashMap if you are storing mapping in a memory constant environment and you are okay with key disappearing suddenly. Since weak HashMap use key with the weak reference, they become eligible for general collection. Once the external reference to the key is removed, it often uses a cache in a Java. Move to the another question. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe this video.